Okay, guys, it's February 9th. Hopefully this is John Davis. He wanted to call in to Pete Santilli to talk about his situation, and he's from Burns. So let's see if this is him.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Dallas?
Hello? I got it.
Alright.
See, well, what's funny is I'm not going to cut that out because, we're we're all about showing everything here. So
We're people.
yeah, so we're humans. We make mistakes, but this is John Davis, correct?
Yes, this is John Davis, also known as Lynx Savad. So, yeah, as I was saying earlier, Dallas, you said, okay, hold on, we need to record this. When I first got into this whole alternative media and trying to tell the truth, I realized... Oh, wait, can you hear me all right, Dallas?
Yeah, you're perfect.
I realized that if I went by the persona of Lynx Savad throughout the whole thing, I'm basically telling a lie. I mean, it is who I see myself as, but it's not my legal name. And if we want to know truth, people will see John Davis as my true name. So I just went with John Davis. I would rather have the truth. If I'm going to say the truth, I need to be the truth also.
Right, and that's how I am. I'm Dallas Aarons. So real quick, I just fanned over this picture that Kenny Rhodes, aka Orange Hat Man, he gave me this picture at Lavoie's funeral, and when I came back, I had no idea that that was destroyed, and I understand you did a video, and you're a Burns local there. Do you want to explain that?
Okay, yeah, really simple. Saturday, while everybody's doing the vigil over in Michigan and everything, people were telling me that Lavoie Finnegan's memorial, where he actually died, where he was murdered, where he was executed, that is what I see, and that's what I believe on it, was destroyed. And I finally eventually did get to see a picture of what it originally was. It was really nice.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I have it right here. You'll have to see it when this is uploaded, but yeah, it does. It looks really nice. Some people were also asking, has it been confirmed that there's a bigger cross there, or that they redid it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The piece of wood, if you see the aftermath after it was destroyed, they used that piece of wood there, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but they made a cross where the original cross was. And then they built a cross that I estimate to be about 8 feet tall.
Wow.
It's in my video. It's the big cross on the left in the video. And if you want to find the video, look for Lynx Savad, LINXSIVAD, or go to the Pete Santilli Show Facebook page. It will have Scott actually forwarded or posted that on Pete Santilli's page. Good Pete Santilli, period. He's the reason most of us are doing what we're doing, because he's awesome. Pete Santilli is our general, basically, in the emilitia.
You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And for those of you that don't know, Lynx is in the chat room quite a bit, and he is very informative. So if you see him in there, ask him, a question. He is a very nice guy to talk to, and he has a lot of information. You also live in Burns, and
I do live in Burns Hines. It's two towns kind of butted up against each other, so everybody calls it Burns.
Now, how is everyone handling the situation after all this, and still actually right now?
Honestly, what I've got the feel of, I haven't been able to talk to many people lately, but the feel is shock fear. And a lot of people are just ignoring stuff because they're like, this is too much. They're just trying to go on with their lives and just ignore everything. That's why that's one of the reasons I jumped up. He being incarcerated unfairly, in my opinion, and I do state my opinion, basically left a void. Nobody knows what's going on out here. No news is coming out. That's why I stepped forward saying, you know what, news needs to come out. I'm not as, I can't think of the proper word except maybe aggressive as Pete is on getting in people's faces saying, what do you think of this? Okay, kind of thing. But in my own way, I'm trying to get the news out. I will call people. I will vet sources. If it's a rumor I have not vetted, I will say it's a rumor that I have heard, and I'm trying to vet it.
Yeah, and that's another message there that we're trying to get out too. And I know it was the message Pete was trying to get out is Pete Santilli wasn't even armed, and that's something some people don't understand. And the message he was trying to get out was the Constitution of the United States. That's what this whole entire thing was about, was an education on that. Because I am 35. You said you're 38, correct?
Yep, I am 38.
Okay.
Actually, no, today, my birthday, and I'm going to say, well, actually, no, I leveled up to 39 today. There we go.
Well, can you admit, though, like me, that we weren't taught the Constitution of the United States enough growing up in schools?
We may have got a little sideline on it, that the founding fathers put the Constitution out, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and blah, 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 and then just glossed over into something else. That's kind of the stuff you're taught for the past 70 years by what Chris Ann Hall says.
Right, and that was the message that I got from her was, this isn't about, I guess I would say, being an activist, because I would consider myself an activist, but I really feel like I'm graduating to a constitutionalist, because if we can overcome being constitutionalists and actually living by that book, then we can work everything else out.
And the thing is, a lot of people want to say, well, they made the add-ons to the Constitution and stuff, and the Constitution, as it was written, was never meant to be added or subtracted. It was supposed to be the founding law of the land.
Correct. Now,
and with fancy words and everything, and a lot of mumbo-jumbo, the lawyers started adding stuff to it illegally or unconstitutionally. They've been adding it to, but they've been making their own laws, and that's where we are nowadays. We're almost at a point of a police state without actually having all the aggression.
Well, real quick, speaking of police state, you heard Deb, I believe she came on, something happened with her vehicle. Were you in the chat room? I heard you were in the chat room when that was going on.
I was in the chat room, and supposedly, by what I got, I don't know if this is by what I heard and what I saw, by what happened in the chat room, by what I saw, sorry, I have to verify that, was supposedly the FBI had called Enterprise where Deb had rented her vehicle from, and had told them that two unauthorized females were going to drive from Portland down to the refuge in Harney County, and they wanted Enterprise to report that the car was stolen.
Wow.
And they came and took the car from Deb, and then there was another person in there saying, well, I looked in on it, and Enterprise says that it was because the contract was up. And Deb said they lied. And I had to say, oh no, a corporation lying? What is the world coming to?
So, real quick, we're obviously doing this for Pete Santilli and for Deb. They do need our support. And I know you're doing this for Pete as well. And hopefully Deb, I know she'll be listening to these. What message do you want to send to Pete so when he gets out he can listen to it, and a message you want to give to Deb?
All right. Well, I'm going to have Pete's message, then Deb's message, and then the message to anybody who's listening to this. First of all, Pete, honestly, I'm a military man. I'm an Army. You're a Marine. We're still military. Guess what? You are the reason I got into this. You are the reason why I decided to tell the truth. You, as I have said before, are my general, basically. I'm not able to fill your shoes, but I am filling a small portion of them, so other people will fill the rest of them until you get out, and then we'll have an army of truth able to just destroy the shadows and lies. To Deb, stay on strong. I know it's hard without Pete to lean on and to help you voice yourself. Make videos for people to be able to see what's happening. People want to know what's happening to you guys. I keep on checking on the Pete Santilli show in YouTube to see if there's any updates, like every half an hour or every hour. I want more information, please. Even just say, guys, I'm doing all right. This is what's happening. I would love to hear that. And to the rest of the people out there, honestly, go back, learn what Pete's about. Listen to his old videos. Listen to, even if you just want to know about the burn stuff, listen to from the very first video that he did when he first set foot here in Burns, Oregon. You will see a great man. Watch the live feeds all the way through. You will see a man who is fearless. And you will be helping him out by actually looking at his videos. Because these are true American patriots right here. I'm trying to live up to their example. That's pretty much all I needed to say there.
Wow, that was great, man. And that's what I think they need to hear. I feel the same too, because I just met Deb and Pete, and they're the reason. I would have never met Lavoy. I would have never met Almond. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now.
That reminds me, the meeting part. If Deb or Pete, you guys don't know who I am the guy in the fedora whenever the triage thing broke out before Lavoy. The triage at the hospital. You guys were at the courthouse, and I gave you, Pete, the $20. That's me. And I stepped up, and I'm trying to be like you as best I can be.
Yeah, you are. That's great, man. So is there any other final words you got to say, and then I'm gonna close this out, and then I was just gonna chat with you for a minute, and we'll try to get this up. It'll probably be up tomorrow. So
the only thing I got to say is I'm thinking this will be my motto from now on any of my videos. Is report the truth, find the truth, and be the truth.
awesome. All right, guys. So that was John Davis, and please support Pete and Deb as much as possible. Go to thePeteSantillyshow.com/donate, and I will actually be interviewing Jessica Edgar tonight at 7 p.m. So I will have that recorded. I'm just gonna let her speak and let her control the entire thing, because I don't know how her emotions are right now. So anyway, we'll let her talk, and I'll have that uploaded, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.